Most spring cow-calf operations will breed the replacement heifers a few days, if not a few weeks ahead of the mature cow herd. And so that means that the spring-born heifers were bred starting in April and wrapping up sometime in late June. Well, that means that it's now approaching about 60 days after the breeding season for those replacement heifers, and that's a long enough period of time that most experienced veterinarians can come out and accurately preg check those heifers to determine which ones actually got bred and which ones perhaps failed to breed and are the open heifers that we need to consider culling. I think it's extremely important for cow-calf producers to identify those open replacement heifers as early as possible, and let's go ahead and get them sold. And that's for three pretty important economic reasons. Number one, we want to identify any heifer that may have something anatomically or physiologically wrong with her to where she just can't get bred. We want to get her identified and out of the herd as soon as possible. Number two is that if we decide that we're just going to keep her and find out next spring whether she has a calf or not, we've put that summer and winter feed cost into her before we actually identify the fact that she's an open cow next spring and not going to have a calf to help pay for some of those costs. Then the clinching point on this particular discussion for me is the change in value of those heifers between now, when they're still fairly young, something that's going to be say 16, 17 months of age when we do the pregnancy checking on them. That heifer can be culled, marketed for a really good price per pound because she's still young enough to go into the feedlot, be fed out as choice beef, and the buyers will recognize that and purchase her at a good price per pound. As opposed to if we wait until next spring to find out that she's a 2-year-old but is incapable, at least this year, of getting pregnant and having a calf, and then we decide to market her as a 2-year-old cow, then we'll have quite a little bit of loss in value. So I think it's very, very important that we take the time, schedule with your local veterinarian to get the replacement heifers pregnancy checked as soon as possible, identify the opens, let's go ahead and sell those, and that way we'll reduce some of those costs that we've just talked about. We hope that you'll tune in again next week and visit with us on Sunup's Cow-Calf Corner.